thing about Ben, yeah, that's it. Ben spent all morning there, right? So he's learnt all this stuff. I bet if we showed him this picture, he wouldn't be so smug, would he? He wouldn't be calling us spanners then, would he? This is the latest thing from GCHQ. And if you can solve the puzzle, and it's a big puzzle, you may have a future as a spy.
So basically, we'll explain it properly in a minute, but British intelligence agency, GCHQ, it's a job advert which hopes to find future spies who can think in a different way. So we are going to spend plenty of time looking at the image, but shall we introduce Justin Eagleton, who is the artist?
Hello.
Good morning.
This is your piece of work.
It is.
And we can see it right behind you as well. So we're getting the whole approach. And Bobby Siegel, you all know very well, maths whiz, puzzle writer. Morning, Bobby. Now, what we're going to do, I think, Justin, it seems fair, is if we put the image, your piece of art, up on screen, and if you look at one of our monitors here,
OK.
Everybody watching it straight away is going to be going, I'm looking for the clues. Straight away, I'm looking for the things in there that are going to be some kind of a project or a message. What can you tell us anything without giving us the answer?
I can't. Well, I can give you some clues.
Go on then.
If you like some clues. I think that there's things like phonetic alphabet, you know, Morse code maybe.
So like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie.
Exactly.
Right,
so
okay.
if you can see anything relating to that, that might give you a bit of a clue. And I think once you get the odd letter, it sort of spurs you on to then look for another letter.
And the letters which spell out the answer, I'm assuming, they're not, you know, like if sometimes you look at a picture or you do something almost from left to right, or you might work from right to left.
Yeah.
Do you do that, or do you just, is it all random and then you just put the letters in a
It's as
jump?
random as my brain.
OK. When GCHQ asked you to do this, what was their brief to you?
I think the thing was we're trying to create a visual puzzle, because they do puzzles every year. They release a puzzle every year that is at Christmas, where it's more of a, you know, something that you might see in a maths or a science exam, etc. So I think my take was they wanted me as an artist to come to it and bring elements of their words into a puzzle that sort of made sense, was cohesive, wasn't just images across a page.
And when you presented it to them, did they test it on their
They tested it.
big brains?
I was looking back yesterday through my archive of images, and I've done this about 3 times. So I've got earlier versions of it where it looks totally different. Right. Where it probably came from my initial brain thought process, and then it's gone on another stage to another process, and then I've thought, well, how can you know, rather than just having things, I've tried to make it look like an image that almost could be real, sort of. But
could the big spies there do your puzzle?
Yes.
Really quickly?
Well, obviously, they have puzzle departments at GCHQ. I think that's what they specialise in. So I think there are obviously people who are really good at it, and then there are me.
Let's talk to Bobby now. I don't know, Bobby, have you had a chance to have a look at it? Have you had some thoughts already? Have you managed to do it, frankly?
Firstly, I want to say Happy International Day of Maths, because 14th of March, written as 314, is 3.14, the approximate of pi, mathematically. So it's a great day to solve puzzles. So I haven't had a go at the puzzle. And I'll be honest, the first time I looked at it, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? It's visual rather than numbers. But then over time, you slowly, you know, things sort of unreveal or reveal themselves to you.
All right, help us with this, and we're not seeking to give people the answers, but let's put the image up on the screen again here so everyone can see it at home. And Bobby, when you first looked at it, what did you do with your eyes? Are you relaxing? Are you how are you doing it?
Yeah, so obviously scanning it. And the way is, like I would say to my students, Mr. Siegel has an approach to solve puzzles that involves 2 S's, systematic and serendipitous. So systematic is with that puzzle, you maybe get a pen and paper and you analytically, maybe left to right or up and down, you go through and you write down all the images, you circle things. I can see there's a building there, there's some cars there, looks like there's water there. So you write down analytically all the different things. So it's like the brute force method. And the second bit is the serendipitous method, where you look at it and maybe leave it for an hour or 2, maybe even a day, and in the shower, you might get a flash of inspiration and the answer arrives. So I think you need that systematic and serendipitous. Hopefully, again, you can combine it with asking other people. Puzzle solving is a communal activity, and those methods can help you get the answer.
Bobby, did you solve it?
I did, actually. I think, again, there's no one given the answer just yet, but I think I've got it. I'm feeling pretty smug.
How long did it take you?
So I'll be honest, the first 15, 20 minutes, I was like, I don't know what's going on. It's just again, Justin Eagleton, brilliant illustration, but I was like scratching my head. But once I got the first couple of clues, then I'm like, you get momentum. And again, with puzzle solving, like maths, I think once you get some success, it breeds success. You get confident and then you're like on a roll. So I think it takes time to get into it. But once you have that, then the momentum builds.
How long did it take you?
Less than an hour, maybe an hour.
Oh, you look a bit suspicious
I'm
about
a puzzle
that,
solver. I spend a
Justin.
lot of time solving puzzles. So if I struggle, then I really do worry for my students who maybe have a not as positive view of maths or puzzle solving.
There's a funny kind of humming noise coming from Justin. What does that mean? What are you humming about?
Oh, I need to make it harder. I think if we get to do one of these again, I think we need to make it a little bit harder.
To be fair, Bobby Seagull is very good
very
at this
clever.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of people who, all of my family groups, all the social media groups, there was lots of people asking for clues and stuff. So I think it's fit that right brief of the high-end puzzlers, quizzers, like Bobby, will get it eventually, you know. But then people, maybe like me, would spend a bit more time analysing it and probably enjoying that experience of trying to, you know, have that one-upmanship of getting a clue right.
It's not a win or lose, is it? Because some people
Yes, it is. You either
could look at a thing like that indefinitely
and
never get it.
That's a loss.
No, it's not a loss. It's just people are different, aren't they, Bobby? People are just different.
People have different brains. Some people are visual, some people are linguistic, some people are numbers-based. But what I would say is that obviously puzzles can give that cognitive benefit, sort of sharpening your brain, but it can be communal. You know, groups can do. You can sit down at a table with some biscuits and tea and do it together. And the way I think about it is life is about enjoying the passage of time, and solving puzzles like this one here can help us do that. So puzzles shouldn't be seen as like, oh, I can't do it, I give up. But actually, it teaches a good method or a good illustration of life that actually some good things take time.
Bobby, wise words as always. Thanks very much, Bobby Seagull there. Justin Eagleton, creator of this beautiful piece of art. I mean, this is what we've been given some advice now. Cup of tea and communal puzzles.
Yeah,
Fancy
all
that?
I'm thinking now is biscuits, sadly. I'm just, as soon as you say biscuits,
bring biscuits.
I've moved on.
You brought a work of art. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We will reveal the answer to the puzzle on our Facebook and Twitter pages shortly.